Good morning, Dr. Francis and my fellow friends. We are from Group 10. Here is my good member's name, and today we are going to present about the strategy audit for Genting Plantation Berhad. So let's start now.
Very good day to lecturers and my friends. So I'm going to start the presentation for our group, which is Genting Plantation Berhad. So I'm going to start with the strategy issue first. So as we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic nowadays are very serious, and a lot of countries are running lockdown and trade restrictions to minimize the COVID-19. But due to the trade restriction, it is actually affecting the business where have a deficit of 5.6% annual GDP. And Genting Plantation Berhad are also facing some problems. For example, increased risk and challenging business operations, increased cost of recruitment, and also FFB production as well. So next, I'm going to talk about introduction. So for Genting Plantation Berhad, they are actually the subsidiary of Genting Berhad in Indonesia and Malaysia. And except they focusing on palm oil, they also investing in biotechnological as well. So currently, Genting Plantation Berhad are the leading the plantation industry in Malaysia and Indonesia country. And their aim was to introduce and adopt newer and more refined technological as well. So next, I'm going to talk about little info regarding company profile. So basically, they start their business in 29th of September in 1977, and they list in the Bursa Malaysia in 1982. So from the start, they are not straight start from the palm oil. They are the origin rubber-based company, and they run business joint venture with Indonesia in 2005. So in total, they have 11 oil miles in West Malaysia, in Sabah, and Indonesia as well. So for Genting Plantation Berhad, they are leading and well managed and considered as the lowest cost palm oil producer compared to other competitors. And last but not least, their vision was to develop their employee by creating a greatly motivating and comfortable environment. So that's all for my part. So I'll pass to my friends. Thank you very much.
We have performed a SWOT analysis on Genting Plantation to analyze the company's internal and external factors. I'll be presenting the internal factors which comprise the strengths and weaknesses of Genting Plantation. Based on the SWOT analysis, we found that Genting Plantation has a strong brand in the market. The company's extraordinary performance can be seen as one of the best managed lower-cost palm oil producer and the market leader in conservation stewardship. That said, strong brand name provides Genting Plantation with a competitive advantage since the company is perceived as trustworthy and reliable. Besides, strong palm breeding activity is another strength of Genting Plantation. The company has a competitive advantage with its genome technology driven by the research and development in the biotechnology division. Genting Plantation has achieved an increase in productivity with the highest yield seed improvement. Lastly, Genting Plantation has a strong financial performance, although it has run high challenging operation. This is evident by the financial analysis performed from various dimensions such as profitability, liquidity, and leverage. The result denoted the company's overall profitability increased year by year, which is a good sign. From the liquidity ratio, the result denoted that Genting Plantation has low liquidity risk as the current ratio is more than 1, implying the company has sufficient cash in paying short-term debts. Genting Plantation also has strong solvency given that its debt-to-equity ratio decreased year on year. In this regard, has proven Genting Plantation has a strong financial performance. On the other hand, the weakness of Genting Plantation is its high dependence on foreign workers. For your information, the company's upstream operation has been dominated by foreign workers. As a result, Genting Plantation faced a shortage of labor when the suspension policy on foreign workers was introduced by the Malaysian government, thereby influencing the company's productivity. Besides, a loose credit policy is another weakness of Genting Plantation. This is evident by the increase in the average collection period ratio over the years. The rising SCP ratio is a negative sign, implying the company will be facing higher credit risk. Lastly, Genting Plantation has a weakness of poor sales performance. The company has a significant sales drop in the property and downstream manufacturing segment. For instance, Genting Plantation's property segment has declined significantly by 42% in 2020. That's all from me. Thank you.
For part of opportunities, first is technological advancement. Technological advancement is critical to sustainability and competitiveness. It can be an opportunity for Genting Plantations, which might bring an impact on production efficiencies, improving the quality of palm oil and the sustainability of the company. Second is sustainable activities. A part of fulfills market in the West, all indications are strong sustainability credentials are going to be increasingly necessary for Genting Plantations to continue attracting palm oil importing countries even in Asia. Last but not least, consumer preference in environmentally friendly products might be one of the opportunities to Genting Plantations, since here is a rising demand for environment-friendly property for the consumer who prefer sustainable and green environments as the growing trends in Malaysia. Next is threats. The year 2020 is full of uncertainty and volatility. As the world is fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, plantation industry, including Genting Plantations, are finding it increasingly difficult and expensive to attract workers as they strive to recover Malaysia's reputations in global markets following charges of forced labor. Besides, even though the Genting Plantation is now the leader in product innovations in the plantations area, it faced several competitions from both foreign and domestic companies such as Simlabi, IOI corporations, and so on. Last is the climate change. Climate change is an increasing worldwide issue. Genting Plantations, they have seen the direct effects of climate change in increased incidents of fires, floods, shifting weather patterns, and even biological pressure and on palm oils.
This is the summary of toll analysis.
The first SO strategy is sustainable development. The SO strategy applies the strength of Genting Plantation, which is strong financial performance, and the opportunity can run sustainable activities such as environment and community. Genting Plantation should establish a CPO funds to encourage smallholder oil palm replanting in order to reduce deforestation. It can be environmentally friendly to protect our planet. Next, for community activity, Genting Plantation should conduct CSR activity to build a good reputation in Malaysia. Genting Plantation can provide financial support and make social contribution by distributing medical equipment, donating vaccine, hand sanitizer, and face masks to people, frontliner, or related parties. The second SO strategy is investment in new technology. To overcome the low production of palm oil, Genting Plantation decide to utilize their profit to invest in more new technology to improve their productivity. First, Genting Plantation should improve their AI function, which is satellite imaging technology. It is capable of assisting the palm oil industry by tracking remotes, such as those with high habitat destruction, as well as monitoring wildfire. Genting Plantation utilizing this technology can be improving their effectiveness and better productivity in their plantations. Next, Genting Plantation should invest in IoT technology, which has rapidly expanding network of connected objects capable of collecting IoT technology that really can make their job easier and more productive in Genting Plantation. That's all for my part. Thank you.
ST strategy. First, Genting Plantation can use strong brand name in the market to overcome new entrants. So to pressurize new entrants, the company can produce large volume of downstream product, maybe like lubricant, surfactant, and detergent with low price. This because the company has sufficient resources and capital to compete with other competitors which involve in plantation industry, since Genting this brand name has been recognized by public. Second, in order to solve the threat of unpredictable weather conditions, Genting Plantation can implement strong plant breeding activities to enhance production. So the company can establish a team by doing the research and development on plant breeding in order to tackle climate change. Also, the company can improve the quality of palm oil seeds through a genetic diversity technology that use the raw materials to do genetic improvement. That's all from me. I will pass it to my friends.
Next, I will continue the presentation with the weaknesses, opportunities, strategies. The first WO strategies is to adopt advanced technology to reduce the high dependency on foreign workers. Genting Plantation have significant impact on palm oil production when the policy of suspension has been applied by government to address COVID pandemic caused the shortage of labor force. It indicates that the company have high dependence on foreign workers. Therefore, with the opportunity of technology advancement, Genting Plantation may benefit by investing in agriculture mechanization in its plantation segment to minimize dependence on manual workers. Continue with the second WO strategies. which is develop more environmentally friendly product aligned with customer preference to increase sales performance. From the financial analysis, the company's sales and product demand decline and caused surplus in inventories. When we go into details, we realize that the property segment is one of the main reasons caused the total sales drop. Given the growing awareness of environmental concern, consumers are increasingly preferring for eco-friendly products. Therefore, Genting Plantation can increase green home and building projects to grab this opportunity to improve their sales performance in the property segment.
WT strategy. First, to solve the labor shortage during COVID-19 pandemic, the strategy is to increase the workforce in the plantation production. Genting Plantation can find the local worker through the recruitment agency. This can save time and the company resources. By hiring them, it can simplify the recruitment process. Then the company can increase the palm oil industry working opportunity in rural areas. Because rural people have better natural related experience in plantation. By hiring them, the supply chain process will be more effective. Second, to solve the credit issue during COVID-19 pandemic, Genting Plantation can strengthen the credit policy. This can reduce the credit losses and bad debt. The company needs to monitor the receivable. They have to be aware of the debt recovery timing and commit proactive collection effort consistently. And monitoring the condition of debtor from time to time, the company can adopt quick responses to the bad debt. Moreover, Genting Plantation can suspend the credit period for the customer unable to comply the credit terms. The company needs to evaluate the creditworthiness of customer through the debtor's character, capacity, collateral, and condition. And that's all from us. Thank you.